The tiny strait that holds the world hostage. Look at the map. Not the whole world. Just this narrow strip of water between Iran and Oman. The Strait of Hormuz. At its narrowest point, it's only 21 miles wide. 21 miles. That's the distance between two coastlines and the location of one of the most dangerous economic choke points on Earth. Because through this thin corridor flows something the global economy cannot function without: oil. Every single day, somewhere between 15 and 20 million barrels of crude oil pass through this strait. That's roughly 20% of the world's total oil supply. Think of the global economy as a human body. Factories, airlines, trucks, ships, power plants, they're the organs. Oil is the blood, and the Strait of Hormuz is one of the main arteries. Now imagine that artery suddenly getting squeezed. That's when things start to get dangerous. Because oil markets don't wait for missiles to fly or ships to sink. They react to risk. The moment traders believe shipping through Hormuz could become unsafe, prices begin to move. Insurance premiums for oil tankers surge. Shipping companies hesitate to enter the strait. And suddenly, oil doesn't climb slowly. It jumps $10, $15, sometimes even more in a matter of hours. That's not just a problem for oil companies, that's a problem for everyone. Because every $10 increase in oil prices adds roughly 20 to 30 cents to a gallon of gasoline. Airline tickets become more expensive. Shipping costs increase. Factories pay more for energy. Food prices climb because trucks delivering groceries run on diesel. Everything connected to transportation becomes more expensive, which means a tiny waterway in the Middle East can quietly start changing the cost of living for people thousands of miles away. But here's the strategic reality that makes this strait even more powerful. Iran controls the northern coastline. Its missile batteries, drones, fast attack boats, and naval mines are all positioned within reach of the shipping lanes. This doesn't mean Iran could defeat the US Navy in a traditional naval battle. That's not the objective. Because controlling a choke point isn't about winning a war. It's about creating uncertainty. Iran doesn't need to destroy every tanker passing through Hormuz. It only needs to make shipping companies believe that sending vessels through the strait is too risky. A single damaged tanker, a few naval mines discovered in the water, a missile fired near a shipping lane. That's often enough to send shockwaves through the market, and the market reacts immediately. Suddenly, a regional conflict begins affecting fuel prices in cities across the planet. That's why military planners call places like Hormuz choke points. Not because they are large, but because they are small. Which is why every major military power keeps a close eye on this tiny stretch of water. That's the power of geography. 21 miles of ocean. A narrow passage most people will never see in their lives. And yet this tiny strait quietly controls the flow of energy that powers the modern world. A small bottleneck on a map holding the global economy hostage.